Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Doku has a few things he'd like to say to you. Him being such a delicate wallflower and hates to put his opinion out there, but I've forced him out and he's willing to speak to you this one time. Aren't you lucky people? Okay, Doku, why don't you have your 5 minute talking really politely and calmly?
I I don't want to make it 5 minutes. Can we make it 10? I'm shy. I'm a very shy individual.
Oh, I
Very
know you are.
very reserved. I have no strong opinions in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, good God, no. Such a thing has never been suggested for you. You just keep all your opinions to yourself. You would hate people to know what you was thinking. All these bad things are me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the one that's the bad guy here. And if you believe that, you'll believe anything. I do have a bridge for sale in case anyone's interested.
Is it the one in Arizona, the beachfront property?
Yeah, it's called London Bridge. So obviously you want to buy it from me because being the Londoner here, I'll happily send it to you. Okay, no problem. You just have to pick it up yourself. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Oh, I always wanted a London Bridge, especially next to that big Statue of Liberty in the MGM Grand. It has a nice. I think it was in that state where they allow gambling.
Oh dear, this is gonna be fun. Yes. Well. Oh, hello.
So I do have quite a few things to talk about. I'm just I'm trying to keep it to the Susan mandated family friendly 5 minutes. Uh I guess I guess we could talk about, I don't know, it seems like two particular individuals that are very popular Twitch streamers who advocate for censorship, and well, it's a private company, they can do whatever they want, got banned from Twitch.
Can I use some psychic powers right now? Are you talking about Vosh by chance?
He would be one of them.
Yeah. And now you know what? I can't even remember the other guy's name, but something foreign sounding.
Hassan Piker.
That's the bugger. Him, Mr. TYT.
See, you know what? I'm
Mhm.
gonna do something I hate doing.
I'm okay with this.
Vosh at least owned up to it and is like, yeah, okay, they banned me. He stood by his principles, he stood by his convictions. It's like, yeah, I did a thing, they didn't like the thing, they banned me. Okay, they'll make fun of it. It's like, whatever, I still stand by it. Like, you know what? Fine, credit where credit's due. Versus Hassan, Mr. Just, ban and censor everyone that I don't like. And then this is the point where we would insert the shocked Pikachu face meme because,
Oh yes.
oh no, they banned me? Well, I don't know. If you run around advocating for banning any person you don't like or says something you don't like, censorship of freedom of speech and all this and that, and then, oh, but I got banned. How dare you ban me? I'm Hassan. It's like, bro, this is exactly what you advocated for. Just sit down. Like, just just sit down. You're making yourself look worse. Just stop.
Sit down. Seek help. Is this what you're saying at this point? Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
hmm
It it's like, dude, this is what you asked for. If this makes the world a better place, then guess what? By you getting banned off of Twitch, you're technically contributing to that utopia that you so desperately want to achieve.
Rules for thee, but not for me. When will you learn, sir? I can say what I like.
Although I know this might I don't know if this will fit into the family friendly less than 5 minutes,
Oh yes.
but I did watch Omegon's video the other day on the Where Are They Now?
Oh yes.
With oh, what's the name of the redhead? The hot tub streamer. Oh,
Not a bloody clue.
uh, give me like 2 moments. I swear I will
Yeah,
remember it. She's like one of the
absolutely no
most
problem.
popular. She's like one of the most popular hot tub stream. Oh, Amaranth,
Oh,
Amaranth, Amar. Roth. I don't know how to pronounce it. I really don't care.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? I say fuck it. Fuck it, and I fucking care how you pronounce it. Does that
Uh,
give you a subtle clue?
no, you're gonna have to be a little more fucking blunt about your fucking language there, you fucking bastard.
Oh, I'm so glad you fucking understand, you stupid fuckwit. Okay, anyway, as we were saying.
But yeah, no, apparently she pissed a lot of people off because, well, a girl who's not willing to show off, or who's willing to show off cleavage and willing to show off some leg and some ass, can make a lot of money on Twitch. And I guess she upset a lot of people because she took some of those millions of dollars and bought a gas station and then bought like a 7-Eleven.
Okay.
And she was talking about, yeah, I'll keep doing what I'm gonna do as long as the money is good, and then when my internet popularity or fame dries up, then yeah, I'll stop doing it because it's no longer worth it because money works for you. It's like she's not wrong. This is coming from someone who has been investing for shit 12 years now. She's not wrong. Like
No.
you take your money and you make it worth for you or make it work for you. Like she basically said, it's fallow money. It's not doing anything. I'm not spending it. I'm not doing anything with it. I might as well invest it and make me more money. It's
Yeah,
like,
I
yes,
do have a question for you, though, if you don't mind about this, because I know it's economics, so therefore it's damn sight more your thing than me. Okay, how the living hell does she make any money showing hints of flesh here and there when we have Pornhub?
because there are a lot of people who buy into the cult of personality, and she knows how to play a character. And
Uh-huh.
she has a target audience. She knows what the audience is. She knows how to pander to them, and she knows that if she plays the character right, they'll give her money. And I mean,
But
yeah,
Pornhub. I mean, literally, my counter is Pornhub. Pornhub does things that she couldn't even spell, let alone try to do.
I I don't understand why people donate to Twitch booby streamers or yeah, I don't know why people pay money for porn in general on the internet unless they're just obsessed with the person in general. Again, cult personality stuff. But hey, if you know how to market yourself well enough, it if people just went to Pornhub like normal individuals, Belle Delphine would never have been a thing. Let's just put it that way.
Is that the bathwater girl?
Yeah, that'd be her.
Right. Okay. All right, do carry on. Sorry, I just wanted to ask
Yeah, no,
why.
the only reason I wanted to point that out is because I find it hilarious that people are upset at the hot tub titty streamer who
Hmm.
made millions of dollars by doing hot tub titty streams, and then they're mad because she's investing her money
Yeah.
in smart ways. Like
Yeah.
like well, why are you not mad at the people that were donating to her just for again stuff you could get for free on Pornhub? Like why are you not mad at them? You're mad at her? Like, you're the ones that gave her money. What the hell do you expect?
There. Look, I've got no words. Okay, I really don't know. Like I said, everything that you get on those shows, you can get in Pornhub for free. What the hell is wrong with you lot? Just stop it. Get help.
Yeah, it's kind of wild, isn't it?
Hmm.
Speaking of investing, did you see one of Nancy Pelosi's latest clips?
Oh God, what's it done now?
So, I forget the name of the reporter, but Nancy Pelosi was asked, "Do you think that sitting members of Congress should be banned from being allowed to trade individual stocks while they're sitting members of Congress?" Well,
Okay.
to no one's surprise, Nancy Pelosi is very much opposed to this.
Hmm.
I wonder why.
I'm going to turn that round on you. How do you think? Because obviously this is your country, and your country has different set of rules. So that's why I'm actually bringing it back to you.
Well, that's actually a good question. So, Nancy Pelosi's argument about this was it's a free market and we should be allowed to engage in it. Now,
Hmm.
under normal circumstances, she would have a valid argument, except
Hmm.
for one crucial fundamental flaw in that argument. If you're an individual who is in a position where you can legislate and make rules that either benefit or don't benefit certain industries, it's not exactly a free market now, is it?
Hmm. Okay.
So so again, let's say I'm a sitting member of Congress and I choose to pass a bill that would benefit, say, a certain medical company or not benefit a certain company. And then I invest in that company before passing that law or legislation. You're not engaging in the free market. You're a market maker.
Isn't that insider trading?
Technically, yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Hmm. And isn't that kind of like illegal?
E- Very much so, yes. Although it's kind of not well defined for sitting members of Congress. Now, like if you were working for the medical company and
Hmm.
knew that there was going to be a law passed and then chose to exercise some of your options, then yeah, you could argue that's insider trading. The SEC might or might not do something about it, but the SEC is also corrupt as shit, anyways. But again,
Yeah.
if you were just a sitting board member, yeah, you'd get in a lot of trouble for this. Or if you were the manager of a hedge fund, you'd get in a lot of trouble for this. But somehow, if you're a member of Congress, no, it's fine because reasons, I suppose. I I guess if I'm the one making the rules, then yes, I'm going to make rules that would recuse me of insider trading because that's apparently the way things work now.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So basically, what you're trying to drop very, very subtle hints is you can just consider them all basically exceptionally dodgy buggers, and you wouldn't trust them as far as you could throw them. Does that sound about right?
I wouldn't trust them if I could throw them.
So, in all fairness, okay, with Nancy Pelosi, all there is skin and bone. You could probably skim her off of the river quite easily.
Oh, dude, if you could see the actual clip where she's responding to it, like she looks really nervous answering that question. Like, dude, I shit you not, she gets like twitchy. She gets really fidgety. She's like, she's like starts stumbling over words. It's bad. It's like, yo, I don't have to be a body language expert to see like you're very uncomfortable with what this question potentially proposes. And it's not like it's a fucking secret though, dude. You don't become not just a multimillionaire. She's worth alone like
Mm,
what? Like 250, 280 million dollars
mm,
on a $128,000 a year salary. I think well, actually she's speaker. So speaker I think it's like what? 142, 146,000 a year. Either way, you don't become almost $300 million valuable on 146K a year. Because also you have to pay taxes on that money. Um, how are you getting around that? Which, speaking of taxes, did you see what Elon Musk said about Elizabeth Warren?
oh God, no.
You didn't hear about this.
Hmm.
So this was funny.
Go on.
I'm sure you heard that Elon Musk was a Times Man of the Year.
Yes, that still tickles me because that is actually saying that that man is equal to Adolf Hitler. I'm not wrong.
I'm just gonna gloss over that real quick.
I'm not. I'm quite happy to point out that Time Magazine are actively stating that Elon Musk is equal in status to Adolf. I've killed more people. Well, I've caused the death of more people than you can even begin to think of Hitler.
Yes, and Hitler was indeed Times Man of the Year. So,
Yes.
yeah.
I'm not saying anything wrong. So YouTube can kiss my hair is what I've just said.
Yeah, no, this is a fact. This is a fact. It's not even a meme. But in response to Elon Musk being named Times Man of the Year, Elizabeth Warren decides to go on Twitter and say, we need to fix the corrupt tax system so that people like Elon Musk can pay their fair share and this and that. The typical bullshit that you would expect. I know it's not verbatim.
Mhm.
But yeah, she took a pot shot at Elon Musk, to which he responded, um, not once, not twice, not thrice, but 4 times. The first one being he called her Senator Karen.
Oh, sure, she was right then. She's put Congressman Carrot. But
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. So he called her Congressman Karen. And then he followed it up with this is not in order, but he said, you remind me of my friend's mom who would just sit on the porch and yell at people for no reason. Like, get off my lawn. Like, but this is when it gets really funny.
Hmm.
He said something along the lines, if you would stop projecting and open your eyes, you would realize that I'm going to pay more taxes this year than any American in history. Don't spend it all in one place. Oh wait, you already have.
Oof!
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yes.
Ah, respect your governor. Fall on the floor and laugh, rolling around, giggling like an idiot. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But
Wow.
but this story gets better.
Oh, God.
So I'm gonna see if you can guess.
Mm-hmm.
So MSNBC's Joy Reid had a hot take about Elon Musk going at uh, Pocahontas.
Yeah.
Can you guess what issue she had with what I just told you?
You know what? I'm gonna go for it. I haven't. I just just tell me what. There's too
So,
many. Mm-hmm.
and this was not on Twitter. Joy Reid said this on air on her
Mm-hmm.
own TV show. According to Joy Reid,
Mm-hmm.
Elon Musk calling Elizabeth Warren a Karen is him appropriating black culture for the sake of misogynistic purposes.
Um. Um.
You heard me correctly. Using the word Karen directed at Pocahontas, I'm Native American, but actually not, Elizabeth Warren, being uttered by an actual African American, even if the skin color doesn't, fall in line with what you guys think it is, but an actual African American is somehow appropriating black culture for the sake of pushing misogyny.
True. Because let's be honest. If you really want to say Afro American, he is Afro American. Literally. Ooh.
Yeah, just let that sink in because Elon is African and also an American. It's just I don't know. He doesn't have the right skin tone, I suppose. But let's be blunt. We're talking about Joy Reid here, so I doubt she's even aware of that fact.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but it gets better, Jensen. It gets
Oh
better.
no. Oh God. Mm-hmm.
Elon apparently is also a freeloader. You know, the guy that
Paying more tax than anyone else on the planet. Yeah, okay.
built Tesla, built SpaceX, helped develop PayPal, created Lord knows how many jobs, pays God knows how much in taxes, both personally and because of the businesses that he's created. How God knows how many jobs he's created. But yes, Elon Musk is a freeloader, but Elizabeth Warren and Joy Reid aren't.
Wow. Hey, Batman.
Hello. Yeah, Elon Musk, he's a dirty little freeloader.
Yeah, he don't do nothing for
No.
nobody. You know what? He's one of them didn't do nothing. Oh no, that's
Yeah,
right.
I mean, the thing is, he's taking the bread out of that poor black woman, Elizabeth Warren's mouth. Oh, no, she's a Native American, isn't she?
That's better. Yeah, make sure you call it the right type. Come on, get the right
They're like
flavour.
like 1 millionth of a percentage of Native American DNA in her, something like that.
1,034th of a percent or something.
Something like that.
Yeah. Wow.
So basically,
That's
she's as related to a Native American as the rest of us.
no. Actually, apparently, she's actually less related to the Native Americans than most Americans. Funnily enough.
I'm more
Um,
Native American than she is.
she's probably less related to a Native American than most people, most Central Africans.
Yeah. Yeah. Just wow. So yeah, he got well screwed. And by the way, something Shirati said earlier. Let me dig it back
I
up.
don't care. She doesn't have it. She doesn't have photographic evidence. Therefore, I didn't do it. Oh wait, hold on.
That's better. Always deny everything. Anyone else see that Biden say the Afghan 13 military people who died were inevitable?
Well,
I
no,
heard
about
about
this?
it.
he was told to say that. I mean, come on. He doesn't
Yeah,
know what
we
he's
know.
talking about.
He doesn't know. Well, okay, even for Americans, he doesn't know where Afghanistan is.
Well, when he's talking about Afghans dying, he's probably on about his prized dogs.
This is a fair statement.
I mean, the one that keeps
And
shitting on the White House carpet.
No, the one that keeps biting the security serviceman.
actually, that was a German Shepherd, and as far as I'm concerned,
It's
respect.
Joe Biden runabout. I mean, come on. Like, he knows the
No, no,
difference.
that's a fair statement. Oh, no, I assume you heard about how well your military is doing, Doku. The
Oh,
US discharging 103 Marines because they refused to get the jab, and there's an absolute F ton more of them still to get.
Yeah, we can talk.
funny
Yeah,
enough,
I know.
at least two of them I'm actually friends with on Twitter because I heard about it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, at least one of them has served 4 tours in Afghanistan, and another 2 in Iraq, was also deployed to Katrina, and also deployed to some other natural disaster that I forgot. And yeah, they just terminated him over a jab.
Wow.
So a literal career Marine.
Yeah. Sharati's saying that he said about 13 that died through the Afghan pullout live on TV. Wow. I mean, we've got some absolute potatoes in charge of our country. But
Yeah,
you, mate,
not for much
I
longer,
know.
by the way things are going.
Oh, I know. Problem is who the hell do we replace them with? That is my issue. Okay, that is my issue with England. My issue with America. Actually, my issue with pretty much everywhere.
Well, we'll get rid of the potatoes. We'll replace them with turnips.
Yeah.
At
Yay.
this point, a literal vegetable would be better than what we have going on right now.
At this point, a successful invasion by the Middle East would be better than what we've got going on right now.
You know what? I'm actually starting to think, and I'm going to get in trouble. I'm just warning you now. I'm about to get in trouble for what I'm about to say. This is your chance to run away. 3, 2, 1. You didn't run. You know something? The women in the Middle East had it right. Wear them burqas. You're wearing the mask already anyway. Why not?
Hey,
And how do you
think
know
about-
that they're wearing a mask under those burqas?
if
That's
we
what I want to know.
if we adopted the Middle East philosophy and culture and that, it would make it a lot easier for trans people. I mean, they could transition just by putting a burqa on.
This is true. This is very, very true. Yeah. Doku's trying not to laugh right now.
Yeah, because let's face it, Doku's used to women dressed like that because he is Osama bin Doku.
This is fair, actually. Let's be honest. He sees more of them than he does of
Yep.
other people. But it's a
Yes.
bit like Yorkie. All he sees is arrows everywhere he looks.
The cloth Daleks.
That's a terrifying thought, but yeah.
It would be exterminating.
I'm just
Oh, dear.
I'm just gonna smile. I'm just gonna let you guys go. It's fine.
Yeah,
Let's keep
yeah,
going.
yeah. Don't worry, we're digging our own graves. It's
Mhm.
good for a laugh. Anyway, mate, you had some other things you wanted to say. Have you finished talking about the first lot, or is there more to go?
It's Doku, never finishes.
I mean, I could go all day if
Harsh.
you really want.
So you're telling me that you only need 2 minutes, but you can go all day. Interesting to know. What's your
Yes,
idea
hello,
about
Steve
numbers
Rogers.
again? Mm-hmm.
It's all about willpower. Come on.
Yeah. No, Sam, I am not repeating that joke. Naughty. Naughty.
Jensen, what's this about a bad pun that Ms. Murder made yesterday?
I have no idea. I don't remember. I
Oh, fair enough
bleached my
then.
brain of it.
Well, if you see
Okay,
you can't remember, you
dude,
can't remember.
dude. It was so bad, I don't think even you would have used it. Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
You don't say,
Wow.
Jensen.
No. What?
Oh, I got another. I got another silly name back. Thanks to these for the consumer polls.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Scammer rang me up trying to pretend to be my internet provider yesterday. You know who he was asking for?
Oh God, go on.
Are you sitting comfortably?
Yeah.
He was after a Mr. Napoleon Solo.
Oh my golly gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
These work easy on them because they don't have they don't even pay lip service to Western culture.
You know what? You should go in there and say that you're Elon Musk. That should do it.
Well, you've already heard. I've already told you about being rung up and asked if they could speak to a Mr. Joseph Mengele, haven't I?
Yes, you have. But just trust me, Elon Musk. That's one. Because I mean,
I
if there
think
is,
they'd get that one. Like,
you
I think
sure?
they'd figure that one out.
Maybe. That's the problem.
See, you have to change it up. You have to call them Joy Elizabeth Musk.
Well, there was one that rang us up asking to speak to Mr. Joe Biden. I had to correct her. No, it's a French name. It's pronounced Biden.
God, that probably worked too.
It did.
Oh wow. I don't know what to say to that.
Yeah, that's a win. Drink, I guess.
Yeah. Are you saying that that's interesting, Doku?
You said it, not me. It doesn't count, but I'm sure we'll get to there. I did have one thing I did want to talk about before getting to the rage point of the segment.
Okay. Possibly I have a thing before the rage point, but go on.
Oh, now I remember. Did you happen to see what happened on Temple's live stream the other night?
Nope.
No.
We don't watch Tim Pool's live stream because we think Tim Pool is a dyke.
Oh, okay. This is funny. Let me see if I can find a clip of this real quick and
Okay.
show it for everyone because
In that case,
it's
I'll do
pretty
my
fucking
minor.
hilarious.
I'll do my minor rant then. What kind of dirt slime actually gives a dislike to a wake? Yes, that's right. Batman.
Olga.
No, it wasn't him. And yes, I did ask.
Well, he would say no, wouldn't he?
I know, but no, I actually don't think.
No,
it
I
was
don't
him.
think it probably was him.
No.
Uh,
Someone actually gave us.
there is always an arsehole.
Yeah, dude, it's a wake. Okay.
There is always an arsehole.
People. Okay, people wonder why it is I think so badly of humanity.
Hey, Jensen, you must have heard some people. Somebody you know has died. You might not like her. You might just have known them through work, and somebody said, "Well, I'm glad he died, or she died, or whatever."
Yeah, but
That's the same as putting a dislike on a wake on YouTube.
yeah, I guess it's just disgusting. Sorry, but it really is. It irritates me. Okay, that's the only way I can put it. I'm actually done now,
Offends your
Shirati.
sensibilities.
Thank you. I'm actually done now. I've said it out loud on a stream. I'm okay. Disgusted, but okay.
All right, so I guess I understand why you're pissed off on that one, Jensen.
I do as well.
Yeah, I'm irritated as myself. So instead, I will show you. Well, I don't want to spoil it, so I'll just
Well,
let me.
Jensen, before you go on,
Yep.
Jensen, it's like when Thatcher died. I mean, I hated Thatcher, right?
Mhm.
But I was really disgusted when they brought out that "Ding Dong, the Wicked Witch is Dead" song.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Like, it's
no,
somebody's died.
Yeah. It shows what little they think of
Yeah.
humanity of an all. I mean, that. Nope. I'm not going to go on about it. Are you ready, Doku?
Just let me know when you got things going, because I'm not gonna hit play until.
Go.
me.
Wait. Go.
They have it worse than I do. I literally just said
Yeah,
they
I
have it
know.
worse
I
than
know.
I
That
do.
was the facade.
You're just,
that
bro.
was the facade to not take away
Facade?
From the yes, it was like yeah.
Admitting outright, saying straight up, bro.
And your Jesse Smollett hoax. You
Oh,
made up this whole
please,
story
dude.
about white supremacists coming to your house and saying, "Oh, the mixed couple," and throwing racist pamphlets at you, and you made up a whole Jesse Smollett thing. You know.
I've been
and
noticing-
that's the takeaway from
Who is this
the struggle
knob,
of
by
the
the
black
way?
man.
I have no idea. Like,
Which
no,
one?
no, you're a
Generalizations.
racist prick. Here's my hour-long documentary
And
about the black struggle in Ferguson.
Oh yeah, great. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, great. $100,000 budget. James Baldwin interviews with people on the ground to talk about what they've been through, and you have the nerve to come up to
Go-
me
yeah,
and
well,
tell me
okay,
my
yeah,
experiences
okay.
don't
This
matter
gets
when
funny,
I'm
by the way.
fighting the
Stop
fight.
screaming,
Okay.
bitch. Stop screaming. First of all, talk to me like I'm because I'm not that guy.
Yeah,
Talk
you are.
normal.
You
I'm not
are.
that
You
guy.
actually are, dude.
Yeah.
You are that
No,
guy.
I'm talking about I'm not that guy. To fucking scream at, bitch. Fucked up.
Wow.
Huh?
All right.
Go on, smack him one.
Calm
I
down.
don't. I'd want to
think
smack
you
Tim
I'm
Pool
not
anyway.
that guy. You don't disrespect me, bitch.
What did you do to me? Did you disrespect me?
Now you start raising
Did
your
you-
voice to me like I'm some sucker.
Did
I'm
you
not a
laugh at
sucker,
me?
bitch. Yeah, laugh.
Did you disrespect me? I was nice to you, bro. I was being
You
nice.
start raising your voice to me like I'm
Wow.
your son, bitch.
You raised
I'm
your
not gonna
voice to
deal
me?
with that.
Bro, I
I
said
didn't raise my voice
I
to
respected
nobody.
you.
You wouldn't shut the
I
fuck up with
appreciated
that
you.
raising your voice shit.
I stopped when you told me to. You said lower your voice, so I lowered my voice. I told you I respected you coming. It was a good show. I said I respected you willing to admit when you got things wrong. Bro, I have put so much of my life into this. Look at this.
I watch your videos.
You
I
see
already
this?
watched your video. No, I see your videos.
You don't. You don't.
No,
You
I
see
see
what-
your
you
video.
see
Yeah,
the hate.
you're gonna say,
You
look,
see the hate.
this is the non-racist thing. But
The
meanwhile,
non-racist thing.
you have videos promoting Derek Chauvin and acting like he was in the right. You have videos of that. You have videos
We
of the other
disagree
guy.
on some
You have
things.
videos of the other. You have
Is this
videos
that
of the other
Vosh
guy.
guy?
Two guys.
Armory. And
Two
you go,
guys.
oh, but they grabbed the pistol, defending them, killing a black man in the streets, and he ran for them and giving excuses.
guys.
You have these videos, so all of this shit doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
No, of course not.
A decade of work doesn't matter.
No,
Because
not
two
if
guys.
because lives were lost by police, and you were there bootlicking the fucking cops.
I think we should abolish the police.
But you don't. You claim that so you could get away with
Have you
talking
seen my
about.
explosive rant where I was screaming at the camera about how they're going to kick your door and lie to defend the state?
Yeah, but then I see you defending cops.
Wow.
I don't like either of them. They're both a pair of dicks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Idiot 1 and Idiot 2.
What the hell was that thing he had on the wall behind him? You know,
Oh, I
Well-
don't know. But what I do find funny about this.
long piece of metal with a
Oh,
handle.
you mean that super odd katana to show he's such an odd guy?
That's not a katana. It's nothing like a
know,
katana.
don't.
Actually,
know.
I believe that's a cavalry sword, actually.
It's not a cavalry sword.
I think actually, if you want to know, I think what it was, it's probably a prop from Lord of the Rings. It's one of the elven blades. It looks like.
Well, I know
So
that's a
it
flintlock
makes it
pistol.
junk.
I know it's not
The
a
el-
boarding saber. I
The,
know
el-
it's
the elven blades look more like medieval longswords.
Mm.
That doesn't look like anything I've seen. It looked badly designed.
Oh yeah, you can guarantee that it's a piece of junk. And
Yeah,
it'd break if you actually hit someone with it.
yeah,
Not they would. It would.
yeah. It would break very close to the hilt where it's the metal's thinnest.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a piece of junk, but a piece of junk.
Mm-hmm. Fair point. But no, I hadn't actually seen that one, Doku. And to be completely honest, it would have been cooler if it had actually leapt across the room and thumped him one. And I'm going to leave it as who he is, as anyone could have said.
Yeah, it's like one of those. It was like one of those fights, wasn't it? Yeah, Clash of the Tit Heads.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just, it was one of those things where it's like, okay, so you're mad. I'm madder than you are. No, I'm more mad than you are. No, I'm more mad than you. No, I am. I'm gonna smack
Was
the
was
mic.
that other guy, the guy in the baseball cap, was that alternative universe Tim Pool? Because they looked very similar, didn't they?
So I guess the dude in the cap is supposed to be like some rapper or something. I don't know.
He can't be. He's white.
I don't. Well, I did kind of like look into some more context because I was curious to see who this guy was. I guess he works for MTV, but he's also like, he was bitching at Tim Pool because he's like, no, you're half Asian and half Hispanic, so you're just looked at as white. You haven't had the plight of the black man or something. It's like, you're white though. Like, it's so dumb. It's so stupid.
One sec, mate. I'm sorry to say it, Batman, but how can you say that white people can't be rappers? Dodge was a rapper.
Oh,
just
no,
leave that
Jensen. Jensen.
Yeah, but the kind of rapper he was spelt with a silent C at the start.
This is actually very, by the way, YouTube, he means Christmas rapper. He's being a good boy.
Hassan Piker has entered the chat. It's funny how these stories actually kind of have weird interminglings between.
Did you just say Hassan Biker has entered the chat?
Piker. Yes.
No, Piker. And do I really have to say Vosh has entered the chat? Don't make me iterate the name of him.
Okay.
Moving on.
And hello, Chris Knoll. I think you should, Chris. I think you should change your first name to Grassy.
That's where he takes his shots from. Just saying.
Yeah, and Kennedy wasn't shot by somebody on the grassy knoll. It was a fantasy creature. He was shot by a greasy knoll.
That would explain a few things. Now, according to Jacob, you don't know who Vanilla Ice is. Just enjoy that one, Batman.
Hey, proving me point here. You couldn't call Vanilla Ice a rapper either.
Well, according to Joy Reid, wouldn't both of them be guilty of cultural appropriation?
Probably.
Hey,
yeah.
Just out of curiosity, Jacob, how old are you?
Nobody say 6. Nobody say 6. Don't do it. Don't do it, people. He's got to be older than 6, maybe 6.5. Anyway.
Oh, go on, Jacob. How old are you? Because I bet you I've been taking the mickey out of Vanilla Ice for longer than you've been alive.
I would actually say that he's probably in his early 20s, as a guess.
Yeah, therefore I have been taking the mickey out of Vanilla Ice for longer than he's been alive.
Yeah. And Batman, Tom McDonald, he's actually quite good at rap. Just saying.
Yes, but he wears white person makeup.
I hate to admit it, but yeah, Tom McDonald actually is pretty fucking good, and I don't like rap at all.
I didn't ask how old your heart was. I'm not interested in your transplant history.
Ow!
Fucking ghoul.
Shit. Hold on, you guys banter real quick. I gotta stop a cat from doing stupid shit.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, that's gonna work.
Yeah. Good luck with that one.
The only way you can stop a cat from doing stupid shit is make it quadriplegic. And even then it'll find a way.
What? Are you trying to say cats do silly things? How could you say that? They're just cute and...
Jensen, if cats didn't do stupid things, the internet would not be a thing. Because porn alone would not support it.
It's actually true. Did you know, apparently, and I don't know how true this is, but apparently if you actually took all of the porn off the internet, there would actually be more cat videos, as in about 95% cat videos, only 5% everything else.
There are 10 cat videos for every porn video.
Is it? Oh, wow, cool. Okay. Damn.
The horrible thing is some of the cat videos are porn videos.
Yeah, we don't talk about those sort of things, really. I mean, I've already got a bit of a bad reputation with certain people with my liking for the cat girls.
What do you mean?
You know.
Bit of a bad reputation.
Oh, I didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
Apart from that, excuse me, I am just a gentleman of culture. Thank you.
Yes. So was Crippen.
Fair point. From Miss Murder, my cat says hello. Hey, Whip. And from Shirati, I really love cat videos. Show more of them. Or at least that's what it seems to say on mine if I don't look at what she actually put.
Now,
Explode.
if Shirati ever dies and goes to hell, she's going to be in an eternal cat video, isn't she?
Yes. There is just going to be cat girls all around. So, if we say this, Oz is just going to enjoy. Good points, Oz. Who cares?
Mind
Yeah.
you, your liking of cat girl videos might explain those teenage girls have been found around the London area with like surgically attached cat tails and ears.
I do not deny anything.
Oh,
I'm
and
just
Shirati's
saying.
swearing in the chat.
Yeah, I know. She's that desperate. Can I wait?
Yeah,
Oz,
sorry.
Oh, I
you're,
don't think
you're the
she's
right man.
desperate.
You got it. We're sorted. We're talking about cat girls.
Oh yeah, no. The cat has figured out how to open doors, so now I have to block the door to the storage room with a chair.
You mean the cat's gotten big enough to use the knowledge that he already had to open doors?
Fair point.
I shit you not. Literally last night, I went upstairs to go get a bottle of water, and the frickin' door to the storage unit was open. Which is not a finished storage unit, so there's still exposed insulation, fucking boxes and shit, fucking water heater, all that crap. And cat's in there. I'm like, okay, get the fuck out. Go upstairs, grab a bottle of water, come back downstairs. Door's open. Okay, I figured I didn't close it.
Mm-hmm.
So I texted the roommate. It's like, yeah, we got to make sure the door of the unit's closed. I'm assuming that because the weather is getting colder, the trunk is not closing properly. You got to make sure the lock actually sets. And as I'm texting, I see this cat come up, looks at the door handle, looks at me.
Is it a drop handle?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And he just gets up on his hind legs, puts one paw up on the side of the molding, gets the door, pushes the handle down, pushes the door open, then walks his fucking happy ass right inside the fucking room. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Not how my cat does it. He jumps up, catches the handle with both paws. His weight pulls the handle down, and also his momentum, if he's outside of the room he wants to be in, will push the door open.
Oh, dude, it wasn't even like that. He just leans against the side of the molding and just pushes the handle down and then pushes the door open and then just goes back on all fours and just walks in.
Well, you know what you want to do? Install a sliding door. It'll confuse the fuck out of him.
If I could, I would. The thing is, he'd probably figure that shit out in a month or two.
Yeah. Doku?
He's gotten smart.
Doku, DMs.
Oh,
Please
boy.
put it up on thing. We'll just put it in the background. I'm
Okay.
sure Oz will enjoy it.
Fine.
And we're doing this for you, Shirati, because we know how much you'll love it.
Damn it, Jensen.
What?
I-
What?
I'm just the messenger.
Yep, that's
Put
right.
it up.
Shoot the messenger.
Click bang.
Messenger of Mew.
Apparently, this is you, Shirati. So, just thought I'd...
No, it can't be.
figure that out.
Shirati actually has a normal sized mouth and an actual nose.
Anyway, mate. Something you wanted to say, Doku, and then start screaming at people.
Oh, I was just gonna laugh at Well, I wanted to laugh at Tim, and I'm stopping sharing that because get that off my.
And Shirati, you can't turn him into memes by turning him into a furry because memes is a scaly. He thinks he's a fucking dragon for crying out loud.
Yeah, she always gets confused with that. So that was it. You want to
It's
take
not.
Mickey out
It
of
isn't that
Tim?
she gets confused. It's just she doesn't care.
No. Everyone. So that's all it was, Doku. You want to take the piss out of Tim Pool? That's easy. Ready? Tim Pool. There you go. We've just taken the piss out of him.
Oh, I just thought it was
Oh, yeah.
funny.
Oh God,
Oh,
God,
yeah.
no! You really want to take the piss out of Tim Pool?
Of course. Go for it.
Tim Pool is really Steve Shive's son.
Oh.
Ow!
That's why he's always wearing that hat. Same reason Steve Shives is always wearing his hat, because it's not a bald patch they're hiding. It's the nipple of the mammary on top of their head.
That's harsh. I'm willing to, okay, I think you've broken Doku, but I'm willing to accept that one.
It's funny.
Oh, that's yeah, okay. But man,
Yep.
5 points. I like that
Thank
one.
you.
No, that's okay. Respect where it's due.
Hey, and you know the worst thing is, I mean, because we all know Steve Shives is a virgin, right? Tim, he gave birth to Tim Pool by mitosis.
That I'd believe.
See, now it went from funny to strangely believable.
But still funny.
See, ladies and gentlemen, this is a show all about science as well.
Sharati, I class all of those furries, scalies, what you just said, I class them as I don't give a fucking.
Oh, did you hear? Apparently, the first furry has actually been sent into space. You heard about that? Absolute
No.
silence. Yeah. Apparently, one of the latest astronauts that went up there is actually a furry, and he went up in his fursona.
Unfortunately for him, then he's not coming back.
No, unfortunately, they let the bugger back down. That's the problem.
I would have
But
told
did
him to go come back down the short way.
Yeah, push. Yep.
No, you can't use a spacesuit.
He's got a spacesuit. You know, he's got his Firkin
No,
suit. There you go.
actual like functioning spacesuit.
Mm.
Yeah,
Fair.
like supplies you with air and pressure and
No, actually, I
resistance to
disagree with you
radiation.
there. I'm going to disagree there. They should. And they should have the mic on and actually so you can hear him scream on the way down.
You wouldn't
No,
until he hit the
Gerard.
atmosphere, and by then he'd be dead.
Why is that? Because you're shooting him?
No, because he's in low Earth orbit. There's not enough air to carry the sound.
Yeah, fair point.
It's not
No,
like
it's not.
Star Trek, you know, where you hear the spaceship rumble past.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Oh, someone's been lying to me.
Yes.
And no, Shirati, he didn't die.
He-
Apparently, he somehow survived this shit. I thought you guys knew. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
It's a combination of didn't know, didn't care.
I'm actually okay with that statement.
You know, I am so tempted to torture you guys with something that I was forced to watch, and I feel like
Do it.
Oh yes, and I am waiting for another name that I've put on the consumer polls to come back to me.
Oh, yeah.
Dylan
Yeah.
Thomas.
I'm giving you 3 seconds to
Ow.
opt out, but if I don't hear,
Bring it and bitch, I believe is the correct term.
oh, okay.
We're
Okay.
waiting.
Yeah,
Just-
that's my,
just,
it's me. That's it.
Yeah, just let me know when you're ready.
Go, impress me.
All right, it's 3 minutes, so enjoy.
Hello there. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Harkness.
For a
This
minute there,
world
I
is
thought that was
widely
Jensen.
inhabited by mysterious
Oh,
and
him. No, you
creatures
don't
called
need to. I
Pokemon.
saw that.
Pokemon have mysterious powers over my dick. They come in many pleasing shapes. We humans live happily with Pokemon. Living and working and other things together, we naturally complement each other. I see that you're a boy. Got some good news for you, little bastard. As is tradition, when a young man reaches maturity, he
That's
goes
so.
out into the world to expand his horizons and experiment with the help of his first Pokemon. before returning home and getting married or whatever, the moment that you choose the Pokemon that will awaken discoveries within you, the true journey begins. Now choose your starter from this big-ass pile of legal consent.
That still creeps me the
Usually you
fuck
would
out.
only have 3 choices, but we have a
Yes.
lot of eggs.
A lot of these are really human shaped.
Oh, you know, the Eevee evolutions are really popular. Superior
this
is
is
a
only
great
gonna make
choice.
Jensen worse.
Ninetales always had a thing for
God damn it,
Absols.
Batman. Yeah, you're right.
Primarina.
Do the
Yeah.
Pokemon want to be
Partners? Oh, yes. Some are very aggressive. I've researched it thoroughly. You ever hear about the Harkness test? Look it up sometime.
Shirati, I
I'd rather
agree
not.
with you.
I don't recognize some of these.
Those are under research. Don't worry about them.
Which ones are good for battle?
Battle? Oh, actual battle. Who cares? Look, no matter who you pick, your journey will hinge on cooperation, teamwork, and understanding. It's important that both of you should feel comfortable with each other, so no matter what changes or evolution either of you undergo, you will always have a foundation of trust and friendship.
Wow,
okay with that.
Professor.
Master, screw me onto your big dick and use me as a cock sleeve.
Yes, and
You were saying, Jensen?
better get used to eating eggs for breakfast.
What?
We all know what's going on out there. No one says it, but they know. You think this shit is popular because of Smogon? Fuck you.
No, groom me into your first pick and use me on a top team.
Oh.
Now take off your pants.
Hello. Yes.
Yeah, that's enough of that.
That's just wrong on so many fucking levels.
Why?
I had to suffer through it purely by accident, and that means
I
you will
think
have to
we
suffer
need
as well.
we need to find out whoever did this and burn them at the stake as a witch.
You think-
I love
you
how
think
they
that's
go
bad?
with the. I love how they go with the one part where it's like, oh yeah, trust and friendship and everything, and then the whole cock sleeve part. It's like, oh
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
that was a nice bait and switch. Credit where credit's due.
Batman.
No, I must go and look at the pictures of Ms. Murder's cat.
Batman, have you heard of a thing called Furry Force?
Oh no.
Shush!
Ms.
Shut up!
Murder's cat.
Yeah, no, just wondering.
I am concentrating on Ms. Murder's cat.
It won't
Ms.
help.
Murder's
Nothing.
cat is cute.
I agree. Nothing will help you from Furry Force. I'll sort that out for you later, mate. I'm sure
I
you'll.
will totally ignore it.
It's probably best, actually. I'm gonna be blunt for you. Don't watch it, dude. It's so
it's
bad.
It's bad.
Ms. Murder, I really appreciate the pictures of your cat. Your cat is gorgeous. Just what I needed.
Yep. Trust me. Just stay away from Furry Force. It's not good, mate. It is going to break you of any hope in humanity.
Yeah, I am breaking out the bat ballistic missile with the bat nuclear warhead on it, and I'm aiming it at London right now.
Okay, so that's going to help London, and you.
Well,
know
actually, it's going to help you a lot. Well, it's going to help us a lot, rather.
it. Yeah. It just means that we glow in the dark when we're set free.
Yeah,
Anyway.
like there's going to be anything left to glow in the dark.
You haven't met many Londoners, have you?
It's going to it's going to destroy all the jelly deals.
Yeah.
You'll starve to death.
Oh, you heretic, sir. Oh, you never seen that one before, mate? Oh, damn. I should have sent that to you. I'm sure that would have. cheered you up.
Apparently, Jacob wants you to DM him that doku.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe you should send it to him.
I've already gotten rid of it.
Yeah, you quickly find it again and DM it to Jacob, couldn't you?
Yeah.
You're assuming I want to put that shit back in my fucking browser history.
No, it's where else you're going to put it. That's the question, Doku.
Although I think I know how Jason would feel about this.
Yeah.
Let's just give me a moment to
No
to
problem.
load the artillery real quick. And,
The artillery.
yeah, I'm trying to worry,
Ah.
Jacob.
Kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit.
Yeah, no, he's not joking. Literally, load the cannon. Awesome. Actually, that reminds me of Big Bertha.
Well, was that your first girlfriend?
Is that actually genuinely an atomic shell? Oh, that is awesome.
Oh, yes.
Oh, nice one. Actually, the thing is that it's only really an overexcited 88.
You know what Jacob would say if you actually did DM that to him.
Yeah.
Say hello to my little friend!
Isn't it beautiful, though?
No,
That is actually. I'm totally comfortable with that concept. Except that is
it's very nice,
tiny
but it's not
cannon.
beautiful.
Yeah. It's actually really small.
It's a cannon, though. You know, it's
Mate,
not the same thing as dropping a bomb. But if you could do that with a cannon, imagine if you could do that, or what you could do with 20 of them.
have you ever seen the Big Bertha cannon in World War II?
Oh yeah.
Yes, that is a little cannon in comparison, let's be honest.
Well, technically yes, but this one fires an atomic shell, so.
True, I can't really disagree with
Yeah.
that statement.
It's going to be really, really embarrassing if you've got if there's something blocking the barrel when you fire it.
Oh yeah.
Briefly
in that case-
embarrassing.
In that case, you would indeed be fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently what we want is called a Davy Crockett, which is worrying me already.
What, you mean-
ways.
What, Oz? Why do we want to get ourselves coonskin caps?
Or that's incredibly kinky, one or the other there. I'm not
Yeah.
actually sure which. I'm okay with it, just saying. That is some beautiful devastation. You gotta appreciate it though, haven't you?
See, there you go. Right there, 15 kilotons, atomic cannon,
Yeah.
May 25th, 1953. Tell me that's not fucking badass, though.
It's only 15 kilotons.
Now what we need to do is get that cannon, get 5 more of it, and turn it into a minigun.
See, it's 15 kilotons, but it's only one cannon. Imagine what you could do with, I don't know, a dozen or two.
Ah, thank you, Oz. It's like the mini nuke from Fallout. Okay, yeah, no, I agree. Well, yeah, that was a gun. What? Japan doesn't need to be nuked again. You're not actually thinking it's true, are you, Jacob? Okay. This is what they created after being nuked. Can you imagine if you nuked them again, what the next level of total debauchery will be like? You're not thinking it through, mate. I'm just giving you this one warning. Okay?
All right. So let's have a brief history lesson before we get into the rage portion of the stream. Sorry about my weird voice hiccup there. I had a
We
hiccup.
don't care.
Good. You shouldn't. So here we go.
Hold on. No, it's a bit small. It's a bit
On it.
Let me know when
Says-
you're ready.
Go.
The Davy Crockett
just what I was looking
nuclear
for.
warhead.
The significance of this operation was recognized throughout our military establishment. Key representatives from all the services and other interested agencies were invited to observe this historic event, a critical first for the Army. The President was represented by close personal advisors. Prior to the exercise, the observers were oriented on the salient characteristics of the Davy Crockett system and on the overall scheme of maneuver they would witness. The Countdown for the firing of the nuclear round was under control of the Defense Atomic Support Agency. Safety measures for the exercise were supervised by the Chief Safety Officer.
Yeah, I'd keep my fucking
At
head down too.
H minus 5 minutes, all troops were ordered to take cover in previously prepared trenches.
And also pray to God.
Or
At
and the
H
devil
minus 3 minutes,
just had your
all
best.
observers
God,
put on
everybody just
high-density
had your
goggles
best.
or turned their backs to the direction of the burst to avoid retinal burns.
No, they're suggesting that because everyone
At
knows
H
that
minus
glasses
2
will
minutes,
protect you from nuclear
green star
weapons.
clusters were
Everyone
fired
knows
as the
that.
final warning before the detonation.
Fumble that one. Fumble that. Go on, I double dare you.
The round was launched at H minus 17 seconds to accomplish H-hour impact on the desired ground zero at a range of 2,852 meters. The round was set for a low height of burst. It detonated perfectly, releasing its lethal radiation.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
It is
Like
a
Like any other
fucking fat
nuclear
man.
weapon, the Davy Crockett
What was
gives
that?
off 3 basic effects: heat, blast, and nuclear radiation.
Hold
What
on.
was that?
It was
What was
set
that, Goku?
It is a fucking fat man from Fallout.
Yeah.
The round
Yeah.
was launched at H minus
Oh, and
17
it
seconds
goes further.
to accomplish H-hour impact on the desired
I
ground
still
zero at
wouldn't
a
like to be
range
one
of
of the crew firing it, though.
2,852 meters. Round
No.
was set for a low height of burst. It detonated perfectly, releasing its lethal radiation. Like any other nuclear weapon, the Davy Crockett gives off 3 basic effects: heat, blast, and nuclear radiation. By far, the most significant effect is its deadly initial nuclear radiation.
Ah, Philly did
The
so.
little fella lived up to its name. Its blast barely lit up the sky.
All right.
The Davy Crockett.
Yeah, but the radiation. I mean, come on. It's gonna travel very far, very fast. You're firing
Yeah.
that thing. You're still going to be within the lethal zone.
Fair. Apparently,
Seeing as
I
he's
love
there,
his
you might as well
nickname.
give him the link.
I love the nickname he's given you. Okay. Gimp Man.
Ah,
So subtle.
yeah. I'm saying, seeing as he's there, you might as well give him the link.
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it.
Yeah.
And since
Hello, Jimmy Cricket.
All right. While you do that, I'll be right back.
But wait,
Yep,
there's
no
more.
Stop being so nasty. I mean, he's hardly going to want to come on here if you're going to call him that. I mean,
Yes, he will get his own back.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Oz, for actually suggesting that. That was actually quite entertaining, got to say. Hell, anything involving nukes is doing well for me. It really is. I'll be completely honest with you. So,
I think the cruel thing to do is when they've got it all set up, convince them to go and get some coffee while they're getting the coffee welled around to the
bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be quite fun. Yeah.
Not for them.
I don't know, actually. If you want to really confuse them, what you do is you take out the explosive cap. So it goes launching out, it lands, and just goes donk.
No, put some shaped charges in, right?
Yeah.
And so and other stuff. So to launch it, right, goes flying out, hits the target, the shaped charges go off, and what happens is it releases this huge kite, for want of better words, right? Big white kite, and in glowing red letters written on it is the word bang.
Just so you know, voice in your DMs in Discord is a link if you choose to be here.
If you don't, we
Understand
will all
completely.
understand that you've forgotten how to use the internet properly. Like, that's never going to happen.
apart from that, are we still waiting for this anti-June thing that you're going to do? What happened, man?
Auntie who?
The film June, he was going to take the piss. Oh, sorry, give a review on it, i.e., take the piss out of it. So I'm waiting to see what he says because I'm wondering if he actually misses out
nerd.
some parts of it. Yeah,
Oh,
voice
right.
nerd. I'm sorry, I'm used to calling him voice because that's like the old name.
I just switch names. You can't dead name the guy.
Yeah, I call him what I want. He's my Irish buddy. There you go.
Jacob, Vanilla Ice bought most of his records. Vanilla Ice was amazing. Jacob reckons Vanilla Ice was amazing.
Yeah.
He was the most ridiculed rapper in the world.
Even worse than Eminem.
He made Eminem look black.
Wow. Okay. That's disturbing.
Apparently, Sharati can and does. I don't know what she can and I don't know what she does.
Me neither. Let's just not ask her because she might explain it, and you know that at least some of us are going to regret her response.
You mean you?
That's what same thing. Actually, funny enough, she did send me a thing on Discord. Did you hear about the LGBT kid in California where the actual school coached them?
Did you hear about that bit where Batman didn't give a shit?
Fair point. All right. I will send it to you. That way you can have a look at it anyway. And actually, it's quite fun because actually, I think this is the thing that I think this is the thing that Doku's going to be talking about. Also, yeah. He has some opinions on this. And I think it was irritating him slightly, but I'm going to guess he's gone off to try and stop the cat from breaking into his survival closet or something.
Oh, this is not, so some kid was coached on LGBT, Duke is a fuck identity.
Yeah, the school.
This is
pushed.
nothing new.
No, but it's still disgusting.
Yes, but it's nothing new. It's been happening for years now.
Still not good.
Like even shaming kids for not being gay or trans or bi or whatever.
Yeah. Don't forget threatening the parents for not encouraging them. Okay, that one's always good for a laugh.
Well, my son always wants to be a Dalek. He must be a trans Dalek then.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
Don't. Okay, you know they're going to suggest it. And we don't need that mental image, quite simply.
I mean, it's a Doku. He's obviously trans Arab.
Trans something, anyway. But just imagine a Dalek in a tutu. I'm just going to leave that there.
Don't give the BBC any more ideas.
God, could you imagine them doing that? Dalek
Yes, I could.
Wow. It's a horrific thought. Anyway, so are you back yet, Doku?
They've already turned Doctor Who into a lesbian. I mean, crying out loud.
Yeah, but they're failing to do that. Hello, Dr. McCoy.
Hello.
How you doing, man?
Yeah, I thought I would put up a picture of the only doctor I'll ever trust.
I think it would have been more appropriate if you'd chosen Ensign Riley from season 1 of the original series.
I would have thought, if anything, you'd have gone for Sulu. Isn't he the only one you'd like to get an injection from?
No, Sulu's the only one I would like to...
Space?
Well, it's not his character. No, there's nothing wrong with Sulu's character. The actor who plays him is an utter cunt.
Yes.
He used to be a pretty decent guy until he went insane.
Fair point.
Yeah. George Takei is what happens when everyone around you has an actual career and you don't. You become just a sad, bitter cunt whose only claim to fame at this point in his life is being a cunt to everybody else. So yeah,
fair. Though actually, did you ever see the Leonard Nimoy version of Bilbo Baggins, the song?
Yes, and I hate you for reminding me.
No, that's quite all right. And if you didn't see it, voice, look it up, mate.
I've seen it. All right, yeah.
Nerd, have you ever seen any of the interviews with DeForest Kelly?
I haven't watched any of them in a long time.
Really nice guy. In fact, even now, even after he's dead, nobody's saying a bad word about him. And that's unusual.
Well, that's because he was an old school guy. They were all old school people except for fucking cunt face, you know.
Oh, Walter Koenig.
Oh, come on. He was all right.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Doc will be back in 2 minutes. Oh,
you can bet your ass like when Shatner went up in that fucking...
No, hold on. We're all about Takai. I'm not betting my ass. No way.
That's your first statement.
You just know Decay was fucking fuming. So he was.
Oh,
I actually met Takai in the late 80s. Newcastle upon Tyne, Hancock Museum. They had the Star Trek experience.
And what bathroom was he in?
Hold on. No, straight up. They had the Star Trek experience round, right? In the Hancock Museum. And one of the exhibits was a perfect replica of the bridge set, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some other really sat in the captain's chair and they said, I want to sit in this fucking chair here. I hear this voice say, excuse me, you're sitting in my seat. And it's fucking George Takai.
Nice.
Quite happy to talk. He was quite happy to talk to people. He actually never said anything bad about any of the other cast members. Answer any questions. It's nothing like the guy you know nowadays. It's the Hollywood wokeism, I think.
Yeah.
It got to a lot of otherwise sensible people.
It's a shame, actually. It really is. The thing is, you watch the old Treks and you don't see the, air quotes, issues between Takai and...
I don't think there were any really, as much as they harp on, I don't think there were any back then, as much as they remember, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But apparently James Doohan wouldn't talk to William Shatner unless it was on the script.
Why is that now?
They hated him. And he's Irish Canadian, so you know how the Irish can bear a grudge. I mean, Christ, I can bear a grudge, and I've got a bit of Irish in us. And before anybody says anything, it's not nerd.
Are you saying that the Irish can bear a grudge?
Then
I
again,
have no
so
idea
can
what
Scots.
you're talking about.
Well, screw you then.
And Shirati, you're correct. He does think Picard is better. No one else does.
Well, that's because Dodge didn't know what he was talking about.
This is a fair statement. I'm actually completely okay with that.
I mean, if you put Kirk in a double-decker bus against Picard in the Enterprise D, Kirk would still win.
Yes. Yes, you would.
I'll just give him a fucking a spacesuit and a water pistol, he'd still win.
If you're playing unfair there. You give him a weapon, for God's sakes.
Kirk didn't need a weapon.
It's true. He'd actually probably... Let's be fair, it's Kirk. He'd probably impregnate the Enterprise.
Here's something I noticed science fiction-wise. The original series to The Next Generation, right? You saw definite, even through the movies, you saw definite change in advancement in technology, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at Star Wars, shall we? The prequels...
Actually, Shirati asked a good question. Which Kirk? We actually mean the real one, not the latest incompetent.
The real one.
It's like this, Shorty. There is only one original crew. Anything else is bad fan fiction.
Yep.
Yes. In fact, actually, Have you watched any of the fan fictions that are on YouTube?
Yeah,
They're actually generally better than the films. I'm not joking.
some of them are, but all of them share one thing.
Yeah.
These people are doing it because they're enthusiastic about it, and they have a true love and understanding of what they're doing, even the bad ones.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Apart from the Discovery fan fiction. Hold on, I don't think I've actually seen any Discovery fan fiction. I wonder why. Oh yeah, that's right. Nobody likes it.
Have you ever actually watched any of Discovery, Batman?
Yes. I managed to get through the first episode and about 10 minutes into the second one.
I've watched all of them so far.
This is why you twitch it when you sleep, isn't it?
I like that. Why? Actually, it's I'm.
He fancies
I'm a
Tilly.
weird- This is true, but the
You're
thing
dead
is,
to me.
You're
I'm
just
dead to you
sick.
repeatedly. Thank you. Hey,
Hey,
at least don't
there's
anti
a thing for you. Tilly. She started out as...
Can I finally answer?
Yeah, but it's not your stream.
Oh, okay. I'll be quiet.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Actually, the reason I watch it is purely because how can I give an opinion on something that I haven't seen? I actually find that quite irritating when
That
people sit there and
is...
say, "Oh, you shouldn't watch it. It's shit." Have you watched it?
That is a good comment.
Okay.
That is,
So
I mean,
I watch it literally. So as when I say I really do find it shit. Have you ever seen it? Yes.
yeah, well, like I said, I've seen the first episode and a bit of the second one, and I have seen snippets here and there. But Tilly, that character, is a prime example of what's wrong with she's self-confessed. She's got all these psychological problems, right?
Yeah.
There's no way she would have gotten into Starfleet Academy as a fucking cleaner, let alone being allowed on a fucking starship.
As a freaking burglar, she wouldn't get in.
No, because she's incompetent.
There's that too. That, in fact, by the way, I'm surprised you didn't say it. She couldn't even fit through the doors.
She couldn't even sit through the fucking transporter stream.
Yeah, they tried to transport her and the ship gets pulled down to Earth. Yeah, I know.
No, the transporter, but they'd like leave the outer layer there, wouldn't it? It'd be like putting a fucking like an apple when you put the core through it.
Yeah, ew. Anyway,
hey, that's another thing.
Go on.
Even if somehow she managed to, right? There's no way a complete screw up like Tilly would ever befriend a narcissistic sociopath like Burnham.
I disagree, and I'll tell you why. Someone like Tilly would go to the strongest and most powerful person they could find, and Michael Burnham comes across, notice my wording.
Yes, she would try and make friends with her, but Burnham wouldn't have any of it because she'd be no use to Burnham.
That part is true.
And she'd make Burnham look even worse by association.
True, but the point is she would try to be friends with her. That's all I'm actually trying to
Probably
say.
suffer an accident.
Well, accidentally getting shot in the face, yeah.
Yeah, fed to the thing which is stole off that games developer.
Tardigrades.
Yeah, I'm amazed that that Discovery actually survived that. All right, voice. Back when we were younger, if a TV show had been discovered that its base principle had been stolen from something else, it would get cancelled, wouldn't it?
We see that's the problem with today. I mean, like, I understand the guys. I understand his what's the word? His case.
Yep.
And but the problem is, I mean, like, look at the World of Warcraft, League of Legends, Fortnite. I mean, like, if you really wanted to, you could fucking say, listen, I created that in a book 70 years ago. And, you know, it's just there's so many things that are always going to be similar that in those sort of cases, it's going to be really hard to prove.
Apparently, he did conclusively prove it, though.
Oh.
There were far too many similarities. The tardigrades, for one thing, the mycelial network, all of this stuff was unheard of until they started developing this game.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a California case in a California court where.
Yeah, you just have to keep it in the court for long enough for the other guy to run out of money on that.
Exactly.
It's like Deep Space Nine and Straczynski, or Straczynski, or however you pronounce his name.
Yeah.
Because he approached Paramount with the blueprint for Babylon 5. That he'd written out basically what you call a writer's Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Paramount said, nah, never work. Then they made Deep Space Nine, which was strangely similar.
I actually had a chat with him on Twitter, and he's an uptight git.
Yeah.
No, it really is. We were having a conversation, and I asked a simple question. Okay, since half the cast is now dead, who would you know, if there was a reboot, who would you put in their place? That's not even anything to talk about there. You know, and for fuck's sake, seriously, you're one of them. You know, so no, he can get fucked. And considering he's happy to sign up to do a fucking remake, you know, I'm just saying, you know, he's a bit of a cunt.
It's like they say, never meet your heroes.
No, he wasn't my hero. I just liked Babylon 5.
Yeah.
I don't care what he's like.
Except the 5th season, that was.
Apparently, that was because they were going to axe it, and they didn't have enough time to finish it properly.
Well, it wouldn't matter. You see, here's the thing: if they'd wrote it correctly, they should have just kept it the way it was. You know, we'll do our series, and when it ends. But at least we'll keep up our quality.
Even if they have to end it on a cliffhanger.
Instead, he just we'll fill it with whatever shite we have. Quickly write it down.
I did like the epilogue though. Yeah, the guy recording the end of the end of Earth, and then he goes and he's basically humans have evolved into something like Vorlons.
Did it really shock you? Yeah. No, I agree. It doesn't shock me that they did something like that. It's to make everything nice and pretty at the end. No. Yeah.
Fucking happy endings.
Yeah. I think Shirati's trying to argue against what I said about Tilly. Shirati, you're Burnham, not Tilly.
No. Okay, I don't know who.
Hold on. She's Burnham that we can like.
There is no Burnham that we can like. And Shirati, I completely and utterly disagree. You are not Burnham. And no, I'm not going to take piss. I'm actually being really honest here. I do not consider you anything close to that creature.
Sorry. In that kind of dynamic, she would be in Burnham's place, I should say.
No, I would say if she, considering the amount of implants, Shorty would be 7 of 9.
Oof.
What? That's yeah.
She's going to hunt you down for that. You realise?
It should be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's be fair. She's probably 6 of 1, and yes, I did say that the right way.
It could be worse. It could have said she'd be 6 of 2 threes.
Fair point. Anyway, Doku, you would like to say things that will get you angry, I believe.
Oh well, if we're gonna move into the because this is the final thing I have for everybody, and this is 2 videos.
I can't get over how much he sounds like Dodge.
I know, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, if things irritate you, this is the time to leave because this is probably gonna piss people off.
Jensen, I've got it. Dodge faked his own death and he's replaced Doku.
I like the way he says replaced. We already knew he was going to do that. He sent me a letter. Oh, I'm not supposed to say it out loud. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. I read it.
Mm-hmm.
I am Batman.
All yours, mate.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give people a chance. Actually, no, if I'm not, no, I'm
No,
not going to.
I watched this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just
Yeah.
in case anybody hasn't, we're gonna go
Like-
through both videos.
Like I said,
Yeah.
this is not new.
No.
2 teachers at a California school reportedly coached a 12-year-old into a trans identity behind her parents' back. The school also changed her name and pronouns without informing the parents. This was the mom's speech, and this is not problems on my end. The video is not that good. It's 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Let these teachers come in and act as if they have nothing wrong. They've done nothing wrong. A mistake? How long of a mistake? How many mistakes are we going to take before my child almost lost her life? They didn't tell me that my child.
Now, this is something that actually strikes me, is her child almost lost her life. Her child was suicidal. That wasn't brought up here.
No.
So I've got questions just right there, 16 seconds in. She was not informed that her child was suicidal. Her child almost lost her life.
Well, think about it. Those teachers were messing with that child's identity. You mess with somebody's identity, doesn't matter if they're a child or an adult, it's going to have horrific repercussions. Most likely attempted suicide.
Well,
those teachers should be arrested and tried with child endangerment.
Well, and we'll get into this conversation because I want to have this conversation on a no bullshit kind of level, because this shit really does fucking piss me off for several reasons. But it's just something I want people to bear or keep in the back of their head, because we're also talking about trans identity. Yeah, one of the highest suicide rates.
Yep.
You just keep that in mind as we go through these this video and the next one.
Teachers to open their classrooms teaching predatory information to a young child, a mindful child that doesn't even know how to comprehend it all. How do you not know what was going on your own campuses? Did you think that no parent would ever come forward? You will not quiet me today. I will stand here today and protect my child along with every other child who has not come forward yet. Do they have psychiatry degrees that I was unaware of? Because I didn't hire them. Okay, I did not hire them to sit there and nitpick my child's brain.
That's the other thing I want to point out right there, because everyone should ask that question. Do you have PhDs in psychiatry, or are you teachers, or are you psychologists? What gives you the right to sit there and try to psychoanalyze someone's child when you have a fucking gender studies degree pretending to teach fucking history? I would love to know.
You ask me, they are neither teachers nor psychiatrists.
Yeah.
Again, just one thing I want to point out as we go through this, because I do want to have a conversation at the end of both of these videos.
You took away my ability to parent my child, even before I had any knowledge. I didn't even get to show support. You asked for support, I didn't get a chance. You planted seeds, Miss Caldera and Miss B.R.B, Mr. B.R.B, and you, Miss Tagarin. Your job was to educate my child in math, science, English, etc. Do your job and let me do mine. They assumed that my child needed your aid and resources. They pushed it in the face. And tonight, I will stick up for her. Miss Caldera, you're guilty. Miss B.R.B, you're guilty. You changed her personal documentation, her gender, her name, her email. I authorized an AKA added to her attendance because...
That's the thing. They changed not just her gender and her name, but also her email.
They don't have the right to do any of that.
No, they don't.
No,
they
you
fucking
guys, it doesn't matter what right they have. They have the moral right to do whatever
You
they
do
feel
not.
like. Oh, I do. Trust me, I agree with you. That's what they believe, is that they have the moral right.
They don't believe that. They just don't care.
Well, and
All they want
don't
to
worry.
do is push their agenda.
This is going to get worse.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to be supportive. But guess what? She's allergic to bees. Her medical record says a birth name, and you changed it. Who administers that now? Not everything, not me. You guys did this on your own accountability, and you've gone too far. They downgraded me in front of my child, and allowed me to question myself as a mother. You sat there and told me how my child was going to be. And then you wrapped your hands around her while I sat across the table and cried. Because you thought you could be there better than I, and I never got a chance. She was scared to even say anything. Your guys' voice were heard, not hers.
So, first off, that's fucked because the teachers are now taking on the role of the parent, but I don't want to go down that just yet because this.
But the reason I'm here is
first off, I forgot. The school reportedly called the parents in for a meeting where they informed them that their daughter is trans. The teacher then proceeded to call CPS,
Child Protective Service.
Yep.
On them when they didn't use the correct name and pronouns. This is the speech.
But the reason I'm here is for our straight A student. She's our smart one, and she happens to be the subject for me tonight. She was the one that, she's a straight A student all of her life. She's now entered into high school, a straight A student. And yeah, she's the one that's confused because she was coached. And if you're the victim, you can't speak. You can't say what's happening in your life. My daughter was CPS was called on my daughter because she went into school to have a discussion with the teacher for hiding the fact that she was given a new name, a boy's name. For a boy to be told that if you think you're a girl, you're a girl. If you think you're a boy, you're a boy. That's just vile nonsense. The fact that suicide wasn't brought up to my daughter infuriates me. The teacher needs to and principal as well. The principal knew about it as well, okay? So let no one fool you with the pleasant speeches. And I'm sorry, I should be talking to you. But I think education needs to be grounded on truth. We need God back in America, we need God back in schools. I just feel that our kids are impressionable at that age, and we should keep the parents informed. I say resign or repent. I'm merciful. Praise God.
So this shit is absolutely fucking abhorrent.
Yes, it is.
And it's abhorrent for a couple of reasons. But the first one I want to point out, and I've been laughed at before for saying this and trying to point this out, but the fact of the matter is, when it comes to the public education system, when it comes to the way that parents and teachers, the school board, the government, the way that people view things, the teachers and the school boards and the schools are acting more like parents. They think they have more fucking agency over the fucking children than the actual biological parents do.
I will agree with that.
To the point where they think that they are the parents and the fucking parents are not the parents of their fucking own damn children. This is fucking ridiculous. To the point where the teacher says, "Oh, Susie, you're not a Susie, you're Billy or you're Bobby." And we don't tell your parents about it. And we've seen the fucking videos. Everybody's seen the fucking videos. Anyone that says they haven't, you either haven't been paying the fuck attention or you're a fucking liar. But yes, there have been fucking teachers who are in the fucking schools saying, "No, don't tell your parents. You're smarter than your parents. You're this, you're that. You're such a beautiful thing. You're so smart. You know better." Talking to the 6, 7, 8-year-old kid who hasn't gone through fucking puberty, trying to convince them that, again, Billy is Sally and Sally is fucking Billy. And then the second that a parent comes in and wonders what the fuck is going on, the fucking school board fucking calls Child Protective Services and tries to get the fucking child taken away from the parent because that's what fucking socialist Marxist fucking dickheads do. And if you haven't figured that fucking part out for yourself by this point in time, you're either a fucking idiot or you're part of the fucking problem. Guess what? The schools, the teachers, they serve a certain fucking purpose. You know what that purpose is not? Is fucking parenting the children. The school does not have more fucking agency and right over the fucking child than the parent does. And if you think they do, I don't know what to say to you, but you should have no fucking say in the school boards. You should have no fucking, you should not let your children play with people who think this way. These people are fucking disgusting. They are abhorrent. They are shitbags. The only thing they want to do is they want to fucking destroy your children. They want to mentally abuse them. They want to confuse them. They want to fucking destroy society, and they want to fucking harm you as a parent because they don't like the fact that you have children. And I fucking damn well guarantee you this much. I bet you all of these fucking shitbags, they're the same fucking lunatic fucking assholes who fucking post TikTok videos about, I'm coming out as gay or lesbian or bisexual or Zimmerzer to my class of 5-year-olds because they don't have fucking kids of their own. They want your kids. You think the thing about, yes, we're coming for your kids, coming from the San Francisco Choir was a fucking joke? No, it wasn't a fucking joke. They're rubbing it in your fucking face.
Yep.
And then when you fucking come and say like, yeah, that's a little bit fucking creepy. It's just a joke, bro. What's the big deal? No, they're doing it because they fucking know what the fuck they're doing. And if you think they're doing it just as a joke because you're just being homophobic or shit, no, they know exactly what the fuck you're doing. Do not trust these people. They are sick, they are disgusting, and they fucking hate you. Recognize that. They hate you. And oh, by the way, they hate your children. They're not doing this to make your children better. They're not doing this because your children are actually trans or they have actual gender dysphoria. They're doing it because they want their children to be like them because they're miserable fucking cunt-ass pieces of shit that deserve no fucking respect. And they're teaching your fucking children. They deserve no goodwill. They deserve no fucking good faith. And they sure as fuck do not deserve to be teaching your fucking children. And if you think that they're even a remote in contact with your kids, because the majority of them are fucking pedophiles. If the fucking chances are that every single fucking time you see this shit happen, oh my God, they're fucking pedophiles. Gee, I wonder why. It's almost like there's a fucking pattern. Take your kids out of fucking public schools and do not let them around people like this because they're fucking mentally ill and mentally deranged. There is a fucking pattern here. There is a fucking problem. Wake the fuck up to it.
This is why when I was a kid, and I suspect when Voice was a kid, teachers had to maintain a distance. Yeah, they couldn't be too friendly with kids. They also were absolutely forbidden to bring their own personal politics into the classroom, be that social politics or actual politics. And as a result, we didn't get our brains screwed over. And excuse me, my phone is ringing.
No worries. And as an offshoot of this, did you see about the CNN guy and what he was doing with kids?
Oh, you mean the dude who was not only trying to groom kids, but also the mother to make them fucking sex slaves? Yeah.
Yeah, you saw that. Okay.
Yeah, I know the politically correct term, if it's even fucking politically correct. He was trying to make them No, he was trying to make them fucking sex slaves. Everybody knows what the fuck they were trying to do.
Okay, just checking out.
Sorry, but like,
come on.
Anyone else, confused by the fact that Batman actually has a friend to call him?
No, they probably just where he's put his name in for a random thing. He's probably using one of the various names we've suggested. That's all it is. He doesn't have friends. Don't be silly.
Yeah,
I'm actually more surprised he's got a phone.
Like I said, debt collector. Anyway, I have done my my seething rant about this shit. I could go on longer, but I would like to hear the input of you and good Dr. McCoy.
Okay. You first, sir.
Well, I'm really simple. I'd have just shot the lot of them. I'm not kidding. If I came home and they did that to my kid, I would just go in. I know no court is going to convict them because the way shit is this day. I just walked in and put a bullet in each of their heads and been done with it.
I'm actually fairly comfortable with what he said. Well, that's possibly too much information, Shirati. But okay. Now, my opinion on this. I agree with the parents, but there's one tiny, tiny little problem. You do know that the parents are probably going to end up being the one that actually go to court and get charged for misgendering the child, not the teachers for grooming the child. You know that, don't you? Who's having a froth, you can tell. But seriously, that's what I reckon, that the parents are going to be the ones that end up getting in trouble. And if they end up going to a leftist court, they'll be the ones.
This day and age, most courts are leftist, aren't they?
Well, that's the thing that pisses me off about this is. So I've said this frequently. I've said it time and time again. And no, I don't have children. But damn it, because of that, it gives me a certain fucking perspective. So maybe people that do should fucking listen. The schools, the courts, they believe they have more agency over your children. They believe they have more authority over your children than you do as the parents. That's the reason that you can go to a fucking school board meeting and use the wrong fucking name, and they believe they have the right to call the fucking courts on you and then use the courts as a method to take your kids away from you. Why the hell do you think that is? How the hell would you even let that how the hell would you even let that get to this point? You literally have someone you don't know, you've never met, you don't know who their name is, you don't know their fucking social circumstances, you don't know who the fuck this person is. It's basically a random fucking stranger who says, "Oh, but because I work for the schools, then I can take your child from you because I have the backing of the state."
Yeah.
And we're going back to Voice's suggestion again.
Which is,
by the way, I thoroughly
hold on this.
What was Voice's suggestion?
On this point,
yeah,
on this point,
I'll agree with that.
On this point, you have someone who essentially, because they have the backing of the state and they happen to work for a fucking public school, they can literally and I shit you not, I'm not gonna fucking sugarcoat this. They're trying to fucking abduct your damn children.
It's worse than that. They're trying to turn your children into something that they're not.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're trying to abduct your children and indoctrinate them and turn them against you.
Yeah.
Like, you thought Hitler Youth was bad. This is fucking worse. Not only are they trying to make Hitler Youth out of your fucking kids and turn them against you, they're trying to turn them into gay Hitler Youth or trans Hitler Youth or some sort of other fucking rainbow version of Hitler Youth. Hey, and again, once they fucking finally send their parents to fucking jail, they have the highest fucking suicide rate in the entire fucking country. Does anyone see a fucking problem with this? This is what modern day progressivism gets you. And the left fucking wonders why we're so up in arms against your bullshit.
This is the kind of thing I've been saying since that gay voice choir that you mentioned did the song. Yeah, that it wasn't a joke. They meant it. And just about every person that face had that in that video had that smug shit-eating grin on the face that makes you want to beat them to death.
Yeah,
it's just a joke, bro. It's just.
It's like this about 2.5, maybe more years ago. Me and Maud had a discussion about homeschooling, and I was completely against it. Now, I would never take my kids to a public school where anything like that was taught. It would be seriously homeschool your kids from now on.
Yeah. As Shirati said, hooray for homeschooling. I agree with you, hon. I really, really do.
At least this way, Shirati's kids homeschooled. She can control what information they're getting and how much of that information they're getting at a time, and in what form. Yeah.
I would just question her accuracy on Irish history. I'm just saying it's not all fucking hobgoblins, leprechauns, and drinking. Just saying.
No, yeah, hobgoblins, leprechauns, drinking, and car bombs.
Oh, that's better. Okay. I was wondering what the missing bit was.
Hey, Jensen.
Yes, sir.
Do you know what the fastest game in the world is?
I always dread to think. Go on.
Passing the parcel in a Belfast pub.
I'm much okay with that. Yeah, all right.
This is the problem when you get jokes like that. Most of them are fucking true.
That's the problem.
I didn't say it was a joke.
But with what
God,
you
I had that joke. I had that joke.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Were you talking?
Yeah, let the adults talk. Be quiet, little boy.
Well,
thank you. Okay.
Hold on a minute. Let the adults talk.
I would do.
You're like 2.5 or something.
Look, I'm the second youngest here. Doesn't mean that I don't class the adults in. It's you we're talking to, sir.
2.5 trillion years old, second only to MC.
That's actually a fair statement, and you don't need to tell everyone what Batman's age is. It'll only confuse them all.
I lost count.
We know. But then again, you lost count after 3. 1 too many lots. That sound about right?
Yeah, you had to research that, didn't you?
Well, I got help from the Irish to help me with that one. Isn't that right, boys?
Eh? What?
See?
I'm sorry, there's a little thing called plausible deniability, and I enjoy
Good choice. I totally understand it. Seriously though, Doku, what you put up, mate, it's appalling. And the worst part is they're getting away with it. And unfortunately, until the people actually stand up and say no, then nothing will be done. And that is what's worse.
The people aren't standing up and saying no. That's the problem.
Know. That's what I'm saying. They have to. There's no choice.
I don't know what's happened to us. I don't know what's happened to us. I mean, I can't speak for America because I never lived in America, but I can speak for the United Kingdom. I don't know what's happened to us because I can remember a time when we wouldn't have stood for the bloody the COVID lockdowns, let alone the other shit that's happening.
Yep.
All right, since this is somewhat related, I'll go ahead and share a somewhat personal story that might or might not semi-dox myself, but at this point in time, I really don't give a flying fuck. Because I am pissed. I'm very fucking pissed. So I was going to high school. I graduated in the early 2000s, mid to early 2000 or late 2000s. I'm in my early 30s now, and when I was going to high school, I went to the same high school for 3 years. I had my same fucking friend group. I was not paying attention to the larger social group because, to be blunt, I played football. Our football team sucked. I didn't give a fuck. I wrestled. I got mono. That shit sucked. And then I just basically spent the rest of my high school years basically drinking, smoking, and just fuck high school. This is bullshit. I'm done wasting my time. I just want to get the fuck out of here and get done with my life. Fuck this crap. And even when I moved from fucking Texas into up to Virginia, and Texas, when we had 7th and 8th grade, they didn't fucking section us off with the 7th graders are here, the 8th graders are here, don't interact with each other. It's like, nah, dude, this is your fucking locker in this hallway. You had the 8th graders and the 7th graders. It doesn't matter. Like if the 8th grader is mean to you, deal with your shit. But you go to fucking Virginia where they had the way this shit was fucking sectioned off. It was literally all of the 8th graders were in one fucking area. All the 7th graders were in one area. All the 6th graders were in one area. And you were not allowed in any of those areas. Even if you walked out of those little quarantined off fucking jail cell looking sections to walk to the fucking lunchroom, if you even tried to talk to a 7th grader as an 8th grader, the fucking teachers are coming, why are you talking to the 7th grader? It's like, yeah, because I'm friends with them. You're not allowed. This type of fucking weird authoritarian. The 8th graders are gonna bully the 7th graders. It's motherfucker. They're a year older. They're a year younger than me, or I'm a year older than them. They literally live next door to me. What the fuck are you on about? But this is the mentality these fucking people have.
Yeah, and they wonder why more and more kids are leaving school with next to no social skills.
Well, dude, I literally made fun of my guidance counselor because she's like, "Why are you talking to the 7th graders?" It's literally my next door neighbor, you dumb bitch.
That's another thing. Guidance counselors in schools. I mean, what the fuck?
Dude, she literally asked me that question, and I fucking laughed in her face. It was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I forget how I worded it, but I said it was something along the lines of, "What?" I'm fairly confident. I said, either "What the hell are you talking about?" or "What the hell are you on about?" And she just got this horrific look on her face, like, "How dare you say something like how?" It's
Can I
like
ask a
she was
question?
fucking terrified.
Guidance counselors. I mean, I don't think we have them in British schools, but are they like the political officers on a Russian ship? I'm not being sarcastic.
No, commissars actually would have had balls behind them. This fucking woman, and I'll just say, like, she was the type of stereotypical person that you think if you said the only way a salad is palatable if you have steak or chicken on top of it, would have given you a horrific look, like you just said the worst curse word in the fucking world. And she was one of those.
I'm going to say something.
Oh,
no, go ahead, Johnson. No, you for that.
Okay, mate. I want to throw an idea at you, Doku. Have you seen Harry Potter series?
I've seen like the first 2 movies.
Well, in one of the final ones, you get this wonderful pink, fluffy woman that takes over there.
Mrs. Umbridge.
Thank you very much. I'm glad you remember the name. Yes, that. That sounds very much like what you're talking about with a guidance counselor. As you know the character I'm talking about, voice. Do you agree?
Not really, because she would definitely have put the fucking boot in. You know, she reminded me of actually one of my old teachers, funnily enough, from way back in the day. But
how do you spell the last name?
Umbridge. Umbridge. An American, I don't know which way you'd spell that.
Right, I'm just at about 200 pounds, and the answer would be yes.
Wow. Okay.
I'm going to say something that's probably controversial, but is actually factually true, no matter what anybody else thinks. 2 things. If you want to make schools better, first you have to get rid of anybody who calls themselves a progressive, and at least 60% of the women, because that's the problem. When there's more women in schools, it's a problem. I don't care what anybody calls me for that, but it's because it's true.
You're not wrong.
When schools were majority male teachers and conservative teachers, people were put in line. You know, it was done right. Now that you've got the majority of women and lefties and majority women lefties who are now teaching all kinds from fucking primary school up, look at the shit you're in. I'm just saying.
There also is a definite, even since the late 70s, it started a heavy feminization of the education system. Now, girls learn in a different ways to boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they used to have, you had your morning break, then you had your lunch, then you had your evening break, your afternoon break, then home time, right?
Yep.
To give greater facility to the girls, they got rid of the morning break and the afternoon break. You went straight from one lesson to another lesson. Then you went for lunch. Then you went to another lesson.
Wow.
Because that environment is better for girls than it is for boys.
No, and they did that here too.
Yeah.
There was no recess or anything. So this actually kind of fits into the story that I was going to go with. So my senior year, when I finally got to high school, again, I already had my friend group. I wasn't really paying attention to anybody else because I didn't give a flying fuck. And because we had moved, we were like one school district over. It was the same county, but I shouldn't have gone to that same school, but I got special permission. So I had to drive through fucking traffic that, adults have to drive through. I couldn't drive a bus. I had to drive my own fucking car. But I'd show up, a couple minutes late, 30 minutes late if traffic was really shit. And that wasn't really a big issue. The issue was I smoked and I drank because I was almost 18, but I wasn't quite 18 enough. So it got to the point where they were like, yeah, you know what? We can't necessarily expel you, but we could also revoke your special permission, which is exactly what the fuck happened. But then because they revoked my special permission, my car is parked on school parking, on school property. They can search my car, and now I'm in possession of fucking tobacco and also weed. And now I have to go to the Douglas school, which is like the school for basically all the potheads.
No flying falcon, it wasn't.
The thing is, the pothead school was actually fine. They actually still had recess. And it's like, dude, I could show up 30 minutes late as long as I brought my fucking teacher, who was German. She was not American. She was German. As long as I brought her a fucking souffle and a cup of coffee, she didn't care if I showed up 30 minutes late. She'd just slap a pile of papers on my desk and be like, this is your work for the week. Finish it by the end of the week. I'd finish it by the second day. Then I'd sit down and I'd just fucking read like Stephen King novels. And that was that. Like, if I could stay there, I would have. And again, we would go to lunch, and then after lunch, we'd have like recess, which is basically just dodgeball. Because, oh, by the way, they fucking banned dodgeball because it was too violent. Like literally throwing a fucking foam ball. It wasn't even the rubber balls; it was the foam balls. But that was too violent. They banned that.
Oh God, they would have hated my school.
Yeah, my turn. You threw the foam ball, yeah. You might have thrown the rubber ball. You throw medicine balls.
Yeah, I was about to say we used to play a game.
That's how it was done, wasn't
Jensen, when I was at school, we used to have a game called Murder Ball.
That's it, yeah.
Which we played with a medicine ball, and at the end of term, we used to play against the teacher's side. Now, Murder Ball is an interesting game. It looks like five-a-side football played with a medicine ball. There's only two rules rather. You score a goal by placing your ball in the opposing side's net. The other rule is whoever has possession of the ball is free game. You can do anything to them.
Oh no, these soft parents would have shit their pants.
Like we always used to pass to the teacher. And that's how the pupils always beat the teachers, because we pass to a teacher.
Oh no, it gets worse.
Boom.
It gets even worse than that. So just as a brief aside, it wasn't just as bad as the fact that they banned dodgeball with the foam balls, because again, it used to be the rubber ones. But no, they got rid of doing sit-ups on the gym floor because certain kids it was hurting their back because the floors were hardwood.
Oh, diddums.
But no, they did. No, they did though. Countywide. You were no longer allowed to do sit-ups as part of the fit.
Here's another difference for you, Dalton. It's something that began to be recognised when I was still in school. A friend of mine, he was diagnosed with dyslexia, right? And he was given special homework to do to help him with his dyslexia. But that's the only difference in how he was treated. He was given special homework to do, so he had more work to do.
No, dude, I'm dyslexic. I had to deal with that shit when I was young.
Yeah, but nowadays, it's something even started in the 80s, because I remember my cousins, two kids on about there. They had something like dyslexia or something. You got a little bit more preferential treatment. Oh, you can't really help it. You know, you've got dyslexia, you've got to be... my generation, yeah, you've got... This is how you did. This is how we help you with it. Now deal with the fucker.
Dude, I'm dyslexic, and I had special, like, not even through the school, but I had to do shit on my own time to figure out how to deal with dyslexia.
Yep.
Nowadays, I don't have a problem with fucking dyslexia. Like, I didn't have a problem with dyslexia when I was in fucking high school because I had someone who fucking knew how to deal with it.
It's the same as all these kids with behavioural problems. Those behavioural problems were on when I was a kid, only we didn't know about them, and the kids that had them had to learn how to deal with them.
You want to know the easiest?
Did learn how to deal with them, and later on I found out, enough, because we all know. I mean, Voice will have probably known kids like that who later on found out, I had ADHD or something like that.
Oh, you want the way that I learned how to deal with dyslexia that was taught to me, and it was again completely outside the fucking public school system because they don't know how to fucking deal with dyslexia because they're all a bunch of hacks. Mm-hmm. Is you take a piece of Play-Doh, and it's like, okay, make Play-Doh letters, capital A, lowercase a, capital B, lowercase b. Make those letters out of Play-Doh enough times for 3 months in a row. Guess what? That will fucking teach you how to deal with dyslexia. With the only other one trick, because the way the dyslexic mind works is you think in 3 dimensions. So normally you would think that you have 2 points behind your head, and those 2 points or those 2 lines come to a point behind your head. And this should say something because I remember this back from when I was like fucking 7 or 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You would imagine one line on one ear, one line on the other, and it comes to if you pinch your thumb and your forefinger behind your head, and you just imagine that there's 2 lines of string connected to each ear, and that's how a normal person would think is those 2 lines come to that point. A dyslexic person imagines that there's a line in the middle somewhere between those 2 lines because they think 3-dimensionally. If you imagine there's 3 lines, eventually you get to the point where you don't have to put your thumb and your forefinger behind your head to visualize and focus it, and you just imagine it, and that helps you come to center, that helps you focus.
Yeah, I don't think it's because people without dyslexia think 3-dimensional.
But
good.
I'm out of cigarettes, so I'm going to shop. So thanks for letting me on, guys.
Hey, no worries, man. Thank you for coming on.
While you're there, can you get us 30 gram of John Player Easy Roll?
Yeah, not a problem.
Cheers.
Take her on, lads.
Later, geezers.
Later, bro.
Everybody, all human beings think 3-dimensionally. I think what you're getting at is those of us who don't have dyslexia find it easier to think just as easy to think in 2 dimensions as 3.
Well, the problem with people that have dyslexia, like I don't have it severely, like to a point where I can't control it, but the ones that have it really bad is that they don't have the ability to think 2-dimensionally.
Yeah.
Which is why they see things forwards and backwards. It's not necessarily because they're reading backwards, it's because they're literally viewing things in a 3-dimensional way, so the words will actually
side
turn
on instead of head on.
Yeah. So that's the problem, is because they're literally looking at things in 3 dimension, and that's how their mind interprets it. It's not
one of the role playing group I used to be in. This points out the guy I'm on about very intelligent. That's apparently the norm with dyslexic. They usually tend to be quite intelligent, but didn't realize he was dyslexic until he was on about why he used to like being playing a thief character, and it's because he liked characters that were sleethy. You what? Sleethy. They've got sleeth.
Mm-hmm.
The way that it was
stealth,
described,
don't you?
On the way that it was described to me is picture in your mind, if you close your eyes, picture a pizza.
Mm-hmm.
How do you view the pizza? If somebody is not dyslexic, they'll say, okay, there's pepperoni on it and this and that. People who are dyslexic, they'll start describing like the way, like how puffy the crust is, and whether the cheese is flat, whether it's greasy. Like they'll start describing these 3-dimensional shapes to you, and it's like, well, no, I'm just talking about the pizza. They're like, oh wait, what do you mean? That's how you can tell somebody's dyslexic.
I can see that because I picture pizza like that, but I'm not dyslexic. But I picture pizza exactly how you described a dyslexic would picture it.
Yeah, with someone who's dyslexic, the first thing we'll start describing is like how puffy the crust is. That's
actually if you were writing a story. That's how you would start to describe a pizza, though.
That's the reason I'm a writer. I'm a
most writers
writer. I will
aren't-
describe things like that.
But most writers think like that, but they're not dyslexic.
If you know, well, dyslexia.
I don't think what you're saying is wrong. I think the way you're explaining it is wrong.
Well,
if you know what I mean.
that's actually also indicative of dyslexia. Is we're not actually good at explaining things. We're really good at visualizing things. We're really bad at explaining them.
So dyslexic have a lot of problems that people without dyslexia have.
That's why we're usually good at writing and usually very bad at talking.
Dyslexics, are you good at math?
No, I'm actually terrible at math.
Usually dyslexics are good at maths unless it's numerical dyslexia they have.
See, well, it depends on the type of math. If you want to talk to me about finances, yes, I'm very good at math. But if you want me to do calculus, no. That's not my cup of tea.
Straightforward mathematics is a basic skill which all humans have to a varying degree. Something like calculus is something that you've got to want to learn, otherwise you won't learn it.
Okay, I'll put it to you this way. If you gave me the stock price and the earnings of a certain company and told me to calculate a PE ratio, I could probably tell you a guesstimate that's within about 5 to 2% accuracy without thinking about it. That's the type of math I'm good at.
Whereas if you give me that information, I'd probably tell you to go look it up yourself because I don't want to do it.
And I'd personally ask what PE stands for.
Price to earnings ratio.
I was going to say physical education.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, the price of the stock divided by the earnings of the company.
Okay.
Oh, that's another thing about what Nerd was on about. It's something I noticed. In my later years at school, like from like 14 onwards, more and more female teachers and less and less male ones.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
because for a public school to work, or well, what you call a public school, what we would call a state school, you need a healthy balance of male and female teachers.
Mm-hmm.
Because children, boys and girls, need both sets of adults there to emulate, as well as the parents, because children don't just learn off the parents, they learn off the adults around them. I mean, I don't really think it takes a village to raise a child, but it takes a village to help the parents raise a child, if you know what I mean. And if you've only got one set there, you've only got one point of view. Let's face it, a kid goes to school, especially nowadays, it's almost always females, right? They go home, and until if the father's present, then it's all female until the father gets home.
Yeah.
And the father's usually too knackered from working like 6 or 7 jobs to have anything to do with the kids.
Yep.
And then you get some fucking dippy bit on the BBC saying, "Oh well, boys are raised to hate women." Yeah, well, look at who's raising them.
Yeah. The things that hate women the most, women.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, so here's my point. Getting back onto what I was talking about. Once I got kicked out of the high school and I was removed from my friend group, my little insulated group, and I ended up at the school I was supposed to be going to, I noticed something very strange. And it wasn't just I didn't know anyone at the school. I would sit down at the cafeteria. And to be blunt, I was at the point where I was already 18. I didn't give a fuck about anybody there. I was like, nah, I'm just here to finish my shit and get the fuck out. Like, I would literally sign myself out, and the attendance person would be like, why are you leaving? Be like, do I need a reason? It's like, no. It's like, yep, didn't think so. They got to know me by name. They just like, okay, whatever. I finished my work. I have no reason to be here. I'm leaving. I got other shit to do. Peace. But one thing that did strike me as very strange is, and I never could quite put my finger on it, but all the freshman girls and all the sophomore girls and all the juniors and even some of the seniors, mostly amongst the girls, they were all very openly bi or openly lesbian and all about.
Yeah.
And
even if they actually weren't.
Yeah, it was a strange thing to me. I couldn't. I'd never experienced it. It quite literally confused me. It was like, well, where the fuck did this come from? It's like, why is everybody like, seriously? I shit you not. There are more fucking bi and lesbian freshman girls than there were straight ones.
Girls have always been more prone to experiment with that sort of shit than boys.
But the weird thing,
but
the weird thing to me was this: the bi and lesbian sophomores and freshmen, they knew I was straight.
But they hit on you.
It's not even that they would hit me. They'd want to hang out with me. They kind of would hit on me, but it's like they didn't even realize they were hitting on me, and it's like, yo, this is fucking weird.
It's because they probably weren't really bi and lesbian.
Well, but it was weird. It's like, wait, so you're lesbian, but you're not, but you are, but you're curious about sexuality, but you're not. Like, bro, what the fuck is going on? Like, this is fucking weird. It was the weirdest fucking thing. Like, I would literally have fucking, and I shit you not, so there was specifically one chick who she would constantly ask, like, she would want to have sex, and then she'd always back out at the last moment. And it's like, this is odd. And it got to the point where I was like, I'm just gonna drink a beer and smoke some weed. Here, smoke some weed. Like, yo, I'm like, this is bizarre. And then down the line, 3-4 years later, after we'd already graduated, we were both past 21, and she came over and she's like, yeah, like, she's like, I want to have sex. It's like she's trying to get past this hurdle. So if
that's another thing, before you go on, how old was she?
At the time, I was 17 and she was 15.
Yep, perfect. Yep, around that time, unless you've already done it like a little bit beforehand, like at the 15 mark, the first time is always nervous and scary. Doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl.
Well, and the thing is, when she...
you will make excuses to try and get out of it.
Well, no, when she came to me, though, saying, like, blatantly, I want to have sex, she was 20 and I was 22.
Mm-hmm.
And she'd already done the lesbian thing. And then...
had she? If you know what I mean.
No, she definitely had. She definitely had. She was very open about it. And
it's just... when I was in my 20s, there was a girl who used to hang around us, and she reckoned she was a lesbian. And she started hitting on me. And I said, hold on, I thought you were a lesbian. Like, I want to have sex. Yeah, I want to sleep with you. Maybe some bi. Guns. So, what? Does your sex with your girlfriend not satisfy you? Oh, we've never had sex. Guns. Well, what about previous girlfriends? Oh, I've never had sex with a girl. Guns. You're not a lesbian. You're just a girl.
Oh no, this chick flat out told me, she's like, yeah, no, I've been with girls before, but I haven't been with a guy. And she's like, she basically flat out just hit me up. She wasn't even subtle about it. She's like, yeah, I want to have sex. It's like, okay, well, I guess we'll have a few drinks and we'll see how I feel about it. And then she's like, nah, I don't want to do this. I can't do this. It's like, all right, cool, whatever. We'll have a few drinks. But it freaked her out to the point where she's like, the fact that she even was considering having sex, it's like she couldn't get past that hurdle because in her mind, no, I'm a lesbian.
Yeah, it turns out she wasn't.
No, she wasn't. She wasn't. But it's that weird thing because I have never noticed.
The way you were putting it over when she came to you, it sounded like she was desperate to have sex with a guy.
again, it was weird to me. That's why I was a little standoffish.
Probably weird to her.
Well, I was
Well.
standoffish about it because it's like, yeah, I know we'd like kind of flirted and everything, but it's like she like just hit me up out of the clear fucking blue. We hadn't talked in like 2 months, and
What
then
a-
she just comes out of nowhere. She's like, "Yo, I want to fuck." I was like,
what I wanted was, how did she get all the way to Afghanistan? No, I'm sorry, but seriously, yeah, it's going to be weird for her because she's either she has or somebody else has convinced her she's a lesbian, and she's probably having sex with all these girls, right, and not really enjoying it because if you're not actually that way, but you think you are, you're not going to really enjoy it.
I don't blame her for it at all because
You can't.
it was weird for me, and then
I blame Sharati.
After this instance had happened, there was a place that I was going to at a bar and I would drink, and I knew a lot of people who were bartenders there because there were bartenders at other places because turnover rates are a thing, and she ended up working there as a waitress for a while, and she'd always smile and wave and never do all that, and out of nowhere, one of the chicks that I had never slept with, but I had known very well, like to the point where it's more like she was basically one of the guys, and she was like, "Yo, she fucking hates you." I was like, "Why?" It's like, that's a damn good question. I don't know why. She's like, "Well, she just keeps talking shit about you and how you're such a piece of shit." And I was like, "Well, why?" She's like, "I don't know. She won't say." I was like, "I don't know. Ask her." She's like, "Well, she won't say." It's like, that's why. It's not because she hates me. It has nothing to do with me. I'm just an object of hate.
Yeah. By the way, Batman, you wanted to know how Doku's girlfriend got to Afghanistan? Let me tell you. Trot trot, just like all the other goats.
God damn it, Jensen.
Oh, it had to be done.
Of course. Yeah, that's what Doku said when he saw the goat.
That's what we were talking about. Anyway.
Fuck both of you. But anyways, my point is
no
this.
Thanks. You're not my type.
My horns say no.
Oh, come on. You set yourself up for that one.
But no, it is indicative of this is not because a certain person feels a certain way or this or that. It's because they're pushed through.
Yeah.
They're pushed through either social pressure or other people trying to convince them there's something that they're not, and because they're going through essentially developmental years where they're easily manipulated, they're easily influenced, and they basically don't know what the fuck they want, and it is harmful to them because.
Mind, if you're going to be fair here, you've got to be fair to the other side as well, because I know at least 3 guys who I used to go to school with who were pushed into being what they weren't, and turns out they were gay.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't realise it until they'd already damaged the lives of the women that they'd married by marrying them, basically.
So that's the reason I would make the argument, whether you're gay, straight, or bi, if you're pushed in one direction or the other and you're not, that is harmful. It doesn't matter if you're straight and someone's trying to convince you you're gay, or it doesn't matter if you're gay and someone's trying to convince you you're straight. Both are equally as harmful and damaging. So if you try to go in the direction that you want to be, but you also have this weird sort of social, you feel like you're supposed to be something, but that's not what you are, that is harmful and damaging.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not even me being transphobic or anti this or anti that. It's like, no, let people fucking make decisions for themselves. Stop trying to.
You're anti-indoctrination.
Yeah, that's exactly what I am.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, I could see this girl every time she fucking left after we were older and she was working at the fucking bar and I was working at my job. I would see her leave with this other fucking girl. And you could see they were just both fucking miserable. You could just see it. It was just that seething. They hate everything else. They don't want to be with each other, but they both are convinced that they're this thing, and so they have to be together. It was, and the reason I know that this is fucking true is because when I would see them at the fucking gas station, I'm walking in to buy a pack of cigarettes. She would still smile and wave at me and everything would be fine. But then as soon as she went back to the car with the girlfriend, they immediately would just have this fucking seething look, not at me, but at each other.
Yeah.
And it's like, that has nothing to do with me. And that,
then again, that might prove she really was a lesbian because they have atrocious track records for relationships.
Maybe there's a reason for that, though. And maybe it's because there's social pressure to force people to be things they're not.
Well, it's always been the case. Apparently, lesbian relationships they've always had the highest case of DV than like any others. Oddly enough, gay men have the lowest.
Well, I'll say this much. If she truly was a fucking lesbian, she never would have fucking sent me a text message asking to have sex, and we just would have sat down and had beer and played fucking Magic the Gathering, and that would have been the end of it.
Yeah.
But that's not what it was.
No, because if she was really a lesbian, the mere thought of having sex with a man would have disgusted her.
Exactly. We would have sat down and had beers, and you'd be like, yo, do you think that chick's hot? Yeah, that chick's hot.
I mean, it's like either one of us here. I mean, we're not homophobic, right? But, you're watching a TV show and there's a couple of gay men in it and they start kissing and fondling each other. You look the other way, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucking sure I do. I don't want to see that.
Oh, and for the record, the reason I know this is this is uncommon, but the reason I know this is some fucked up shit is because this high school that I graduated from, which was over a decade ago now, is the same fucking high school where I don't know if you guys are familiar with the shit that happened in Loudoun County, Virginia, with the with the kid that with the kid that decided one day I'm gonna wear a skirt and I'm a girl, and the next day I'm gonna wear some pants and I'm a boy, and then decided
Doesn't work like that.
Yeah, and
it's not a problem about that.
Well, I bet they just say
that high school where that shit happened.
Mm-hmm.
That's the fucking high school I graduated from.
Whoa. Is this the same group of people that think that you don't need gender dysphoria to be transgender or transsexual?
I don't know. I don't understand enough about this shit because I'm not fucking mentally insane.
Well, if you're transgender or transsexual, you're not mentally insane, but people who really are will, openly say it's a mental problem.
See, I could
psychological
probably,
issue with a physiological background. But
if Chef Carolyn was around right now, I would ask her about it because Chef is trans, and she would fucking sit there and tell you these people are fucking mentally insane.
Yeah,
and she's fucking trans.
The likes of Riley Dennis and that are insane. And I still do not believe that Riley Dennis is really transgender or transsexual or whatever.
No, Riley Dennis is not fucking trans. Riley Dennis is a fucking whack job. Riley Dennis has a fucking mental problem.
I think it is. Riley Dennis, as Justin, couldn't get laid. And he was a lefty, and he jumped on this entire bandwagon. And that's why he's a trans lesbian.
No, I don't even think it's that. I think literally Riley has a mental problem.
Oh yeah, I'll agree with that bit as well. You can tell just by looking at the bastard. I mean, seriously, you've seen pictures of the guy. You've seen videos of the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that look on his face, that's the look of a lunatic.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the look of somebody who should only be given plastic scissors. Soft plastic scissors.
Yeah.
In fact, paper scissors.
I don't know, could give him literally a paper cut. But,
one can
gentlemen, we've been going for 23 minutes, 2 hours, 23 minutes. I'm going to bring it to a close here. Is there anything else you would like to say about that?
Paris should be nuked twice weekly.
I agree completely with that. Doku, do you have any last piece of wisdom to throw our way?
If you don't want to die poor, then invest in Goidcoin.
Goidcoin is your friend. Goidcoin will save us all.
Oh yes, and also buy Ridgedale brand.
Oh yes,
And,
Ridgedale brand deserves a shout out. They
Yep.
do actually. So this is a legitimate shout out. They actually do have a book talking about the Constitution. So if you have a little bit of disposable income this holiday season, go ahead and buy it for a friend
Right.
or for yourself.
Doku, they've got a bit of merchandise, I believe.
Oh yeah, check out the
have their own
merchandise as
store.
well.
Yeah.
Also, I believe Jesse Miller from the Crow's Nest. Well, let's just say I'm not going to throw his business out there, but if you go check out Jesse Miller from the Crow's Nest, he should have some merchandise as well, especially if you want some of those I did that, let's go Brandon stickers. He has those on his merch store. Go check that out.
In that case, thank you very much for coming on, guys. It's very nice of you. Thank you for listening, everyone who is, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye,
Right, you can all
everybody.
bugger off now. Go on, shut up.